All right, let's get this going. Just gonna start this in a second. All right, hello everyone. I'm gonna be starting out here in just a second. Just getting the E75 here ready. Here we go. Got my personal reserves off. Here we go. Let's get this thing going. Like usual, going to be streaming 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. today. So if there's any specific tanks you would like to see, I will gladly hop into them for you. All right. Probably going to head up this way. Yeah, being in the E75, that probably makes sense to go up there. All right. Hopefully, stream runs well. Nothing hiccups here. Basically, there's two different ways to live stream here on YouTube. I was using one way before. Now I'm using the other way. A little bit more suited for gaming. So that's why you see a little bit of it's a little bit different, but it's one URL that you can follow now instead of having to go to individual events. But anyway, starting out here with the E75, I'm just going to head up to the typical spot up here, try to tank some damage. There's two SPGs, so I have to be a little bit careful. I can't play it too aggressively early on, or else I might get, RD'd and lose a huge chunk of HP. Okay, I should be able to squeak. Nope. So I'd say I should be able to squeak a shot off, but I didn't want to stop there too early. Here we go. Get a little bit of quick damage in there. Not so bad. But anyway, hello Simon. Nice to see you here already. But yeah, once the current, I have a couple events right now scheduled, through the old way. That's why you kind of see double right now. Once they run out, they'll be, out of the way. I just didn't want to, delete them. Might confuse people since kind of changing the way I'm streaming here. Just a pinch, but still the same place, But all right, so 110 WZ111. Don't have to worry too much about the 111 unless he's throwing heat at me. But the 110, I have to worry about a bit. The Comet, though, he looks like he's probably gonna, draw a little bit of attention away from this spot here. So it should be good to poke up here, take at least one quick shot here. Get a little bit ahead here. Hello, Wolfie Wolf. Nice to see you again. Hopefully, you're not watching me in school today. That's not good. Hello, Gary. Nice to see you as well. Here's that already shot. I have to worry a little bit about getting hit by TDs right now, but I think it's worth it to get that shot on the WZ111. And if he stays right about there, I'll probably, inch up and take another shot here at him. Thank you for tracking him. That was very helpful, actually. All right. Hello, Gary T. Good evening to you in the UK. Feels like evening here for me. Essentially, we went from receiving no rain over the past month to now it's been raining as of I think a little over a day now, and it's gonna rain for the next week. It feels awesome now. Right, I'm gonna just take a shot in the dark here just in case the Jagged Tiger didn't push all the way back, but figured I might as well chuck a shell there. Hello, I guess Cody Tanker. Nice to see you. If anyone has any tank requests, I'll gladly play them. As long as I have the tank and I have a crew and equipment for it, I do my best to hop into it for you. Maybe. Thank you for not pushing away. A little bit more damage in here. Enemy they didn't push hard enough here. I'm very happy that they did not. Let's see. I might be able to get a shot on him if he tries to back on up, but If not, there is this IS-3A sitting a ways back. Hello, Daphne. Nice to see you as well. Yeah, I can play the Scorpion G and the Tortoise for you. Yeah, I don't have any requests right now, so I'll hop into them starting next. This bat chat's just weirding me out a little bit. Like, I know he's trying to lure me in, which he's doing a very good job of it. But yeah, I can do the E100 as well. T1, or do you mean Tier 1 or the T1 Heavy? I can play the Tier 1. I can play the T1 Heavy. Don't know if I exactly want to play Tier 1s though. I'll gladly go down to Tier 2, but Tier 1s, they're pushing it a little bit for, you know, seal clubbing. But I do have things like the Minnie Mouse and stuff at Tier 2. I figured you're kidding, but I'll pretty much take any request. I've gotten them all. Yes, I am still, you know, working on German tanks a bit for the T-44-100. It's no, you know, super rush. I should be able to get to it, but in between requests, I might just, you know, hop into German tanks. I just know my Germans, I'm a little bit limited on them since I really only have heavy tanks for the Germans and premium tanks. But yeah, I'll do the Scorpion G, then the Tortoise, and then the E100 up after those two. This was a pretty straightforward, easy match though. Won our flank pretty quickly, so we're able to just kind of roll on through them after that. Very much like to get him out, but yeah, I thought I might just be able to pop him real quick, but he pulled back a little bit. Thank you very much. I'll take the assist damage. Got the IS-3A. There we go. Mainly, yeah, I can pop into another German tank after a 100, Gary. Got things like the Mouse, the M41, VK4502B, yeah. Mainly those off the top of my head. Tiger 2 as well. Alright, not a bad way to start the stream off here. Completed my tank rewards thing. I'm glad about that. Master Badge First Class. Got a Tank Sniper award. High Caliber as well. Yeah, 5,200 or 5,300 damage. A little bit of assist as well. Yeah, I'll take that. Alright, so Scorpion G up next. Sure, I could play a US tank as well, Daphne. Wolfie Wolf, do you mean you said VK4302? I don't have anything like that. I don't think I do. If you mean the Tier 9 VK though, I do have that. I honestly forget the specific numbers after all the VK tanks. Yeah. Anyway, Scorpion G, I'm not gonna go here. A lot of people sit here. I feel like it's kind of useless because unless the enemy, you know, all camps this fringe line or runs out here for some odd reason, you're kind of useless. So I'm gonna maybe I'll head south. Typically I would, or wait, no, there's a T-44-100 going north. I'll help him out. Just typically I like to go north, but I was doubting myself a little bit because literally nobody was heading up there. The Tier 7 German one? Yeah, I don't have that unfortunately. Yeah, I'm gonna be going into the German, you know, German mediums and TDs and stuff at some point. I just need to finish my lines right now. I don't have really, outside of the German light trainer, I don't have too many German premiums. I don't want to head up here, but yeah, somebody's Gotta help out this side. Shit, I just completely fudged that up. Oh god. Him destroying my turret didn't help as well. But, yeah. He missed that shot. I wasn't expecting my turret to get jammed. Oh well. This tank, I didn't want to head up here because it's not really good at, you know, deflecting any shots at all. But if we just put the T-44 out here, he's definitely going to die very quickly. So I'd much rather come up here and try to help him out a bit. Be nice if our other Scorpion G would come over, because he doesn't exactly have a lot of armor. I'm not sure why he's still pushing out there, but at least we got that one tank down. Yeah, just our south isn't looking very good here in the least bit. Our north, of course, we're not looking great. Yeah, this is gonna be a toughie. Aw. I was hoping someone would rush down and potentially fall off, but yeah, I tried to do my best for what I thought would help the team, but it didn't look like the south was doing so hot down there. Alright, so I'll hop into the Tortoise next. Let's get that queued up. Yeah, I can do the VK 3601. Yeah, the Swedish tank is coming. It's a low tier Swedish. The next patch, 9.16. That actually looks like it's going to release next Tuesday to Friday next week. Actually, unfortunately, I don't have any, you know, really Chex tanks. I have the one premium tank, if you mean that. And do I have that? Yeah, I do have that, the tier 6 one, but outside of that, yeah, any other ones I can't play. I've only played that one, I think, one or two matches, honestly, as well. I'm still trying to finish. Yeah, basically grinding wise, I have pretty much every American tank, give or take some that I've sold, or a few holes here or there, but every American tank. I got German heavies, Russian mediums and heavies. Yes, the 4th of October it looks like it's going to release, but NA, server, EU and whatnot, they might be a day or two after that. Yeah, I can do a tier 10. I have the bat chat as far as autoloaders go up. High tiers, I have the tier 9 bat chat, T54E1 for the Americans. But yeah, autoloaders. I'm trying to fill my garage up a bit. Hello, Abdul. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're having a good day here. But yeah, I'm almost finished with restocking basically every American tank in my garage. Trying to do, I got the WZ111-14 grind. I got to finish that. T54E1 grind, and I'm also doing the Japanese heavies, which they're actually going to be getting a buff here. It looks like in 2 patches. They guess, or at least they're testing out buffing the tier 10's armor. And they're also giving it a dedicated howitzer gun. 1250 damage a shot, I think. It only has HE shells. It'll be interesting. It's going to be an optional gun. You still have, you know, both to choose from, but it'll be definitely a little interesting to see. Now we need to get going here. Our whole other side's going to fall. But yeah, I can play the IS-7 Wolfie Wolf. Like, literally, our whole other side's gonna fall. We ain't got anybody there. Doesn't look like he's moving, so I'm gonna... he just shot at me. Let's say I'm gonna disregard him for a minute. I would like to get the ball rolling here. I'm actually gonna start heading back to cap, to be honest. Yeah, they got us edged out a little bit here. Hopefully people start realizing that they are behind us. That won't be good. The Japanese heavies, at least on PC, the armor is not that great. Like, it's good, but it definitely doesn't balance as much as it needs to. I'm about to be swarmed here. Be nice if anyone would come help me. I'm trying to do something, but my team's literally... I tried to rush that shot. Like, I don't get it. Like, all these guys are just sitting there, looking at nothing. Oh, what can you do? Oh well. Alright, so after this was an E100 request. Let's get the E100. The Tortoise, I love it. It's just... I thought that my team would beat me to get back to the base or something, but they didn't want to move. But yeah, the buffs it's receiving, I think it'll be interesting. The gun I'm not too hot on, but it is kind of interesting to see how that comes out. Just a HE chucker on a heavy tank at tier 10, but the armor buffs will make it a bit more resilient, especially when it's angled towards heat, because it buffs the cheeks on the, basically the angled cheeks on the tank, where when you angle, that's the weakest point. Alright, so I spawned all the way over on this side, so I'll stick on this side. Alright. Alright, so after this, I think the next request up was another German tank, the VK 3601, and then American tank after that, a clip mediums, I'll play the Bat Chat, and then the IS-7 we got going there. Yeah, typically I like heading on this side, because, you know, the flag's on this side, a little bit easier to defend if you lose this flank, compared to if the enemy's tucked in here and you have to push back. Plus, I particularly like, no matter what tank I'm in, unless it has a decent gun depression like 5 or above, I like pushing along the edge of the map over there. But I guess this side will have to do. I'll leave that Bat Chat to them. I'd much rather try to get a shot over here. Don't need a heat round, but I probably could have shot a little bit earlier, but I was hoping he was going to stay lit up. Shit, that he's pushing. This is not very good. I don't like defending this far back on this side. I like being a little bit further up. It's just once you get pushed back far enough, your already can't help you very much with where he's set up, and particularly you just kind of get flanked from 2 to 3 different ways around this hill. It's very hard to defend. Looks like it's got already a little bit. Fantastic. Thank you, RNG. That's much appreciated there. I do know that this guy does not have very good shots on me, at least. I'll try to help this T-44 out, but I'm probably going to take a pretty big hit here. Yep, I did not want to. Try to get behind this rock. I'm not going to be already safe, but at least I'll be a little bit safer from these tanks, so I can get my bearings about me. And yeah, I know I'm throwing a ton of heat, but sue me. Try to... Yep, that didn't work. That was from the Growy. Just trying to stay a little bit angled towards the hill here. Come on, guys. Somebody. Now's your chance. If you want to push up without being shot, they're all going to be shooting me, so... Sorry, IS-3. E100 definitely does not have the armor it once had. You know, the armor's still good, but against what's shooting at it, not so much. Just trying my best to keep my turret a little bit angled here. The CDC is probably going to get me in a lower plate against it. Yeah. Oh god, that was such a bad shot there. This is why I... Yep, they're just sitting back there, you know. Thank you. Thank you very much. The guys sitting back there, you just don't provide a deterrent for the enemy team pushing. So that CDC's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna run right into the C100. All in all, at least we look like we're gonna get the win here by a pretty considerable margin. But E100's armor, though, with the amount of premium rounds and TDs getting thrown around, you have to take that into effect. Like me pushing up there, I knew I was going to trade HP with the enemy pretty much most of the shots I took. I probably could have taken a hit there or a shot. Come on, aiming time. Yeah, it took a while for them to help me. That seems to be the gist of how matches go when I play, especially while streaming. Here we go, my token AP round of the match. Yeah, I completely agree. Like, I don't really care too much about win rate 8. Like, I put it in my stream title just because I know a lot of people, you know, pay attention to it. But to me, it's definitely a little bit flawed. Like, it does show you kind of how good someone is, but it really doesn't matter. Like, but anyway, Mastery Badge 2nd class, Steel Wall Award, Spartan Award, 4,800 damage, the FV. Props to him, he did a stellar job as well. Block 70, yeah, 7,700. And I lost 21,000. Yay. But all in all, pretty decent match there. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I've played the game since 2011. And, like, I've seen, you know, win rate. What was it when I first, like, saw it? Like, win rate 6 and then win rate 7 and 8. And, you know, I don't know. I see it a little bit useful, and it's good that people are like interested that much in the game and how good they are, but it does provide a lot of negativity to the game. But what can you do until Wargaming does something about it? Yeah, Wolfie Wolf. I pretty much assume that everything at tier 10 is going to be firing a gold round at me if my tank has any lick of armor. That's the way I just approach things nowadays. Yeah, it's like currently until, you know, they rebalance things, at least on PC, because I know a lot of people play consoles, and like Wolfie Wolf, he plays Blitz a lot. Until they rebalance a lot of the things in the game, premium, the classes, it's like definitely high tiers. It's a medium and TD centric game right now. Heavies, you know, they're not underpowered entirely. It's just, it's a little bit tilted differently than the game was a few years ago, but it's not that broken. But I might, you know, complain about a little bit from here or there, but yeah, you can perform well on pretty much anything still, but it definitely is a little bit different than it was before. Yeah, Yeah, back then, like I don't know, like I didn't care too much about stats. I still don't, care as half as much as a lot of people do. But yeah, back then you rarely saw people like, you know, typing negative things about someone being bad or whatnot in chat. Like, it just wasn't in the game back then. I know they're gonna fix it at some point, like they're taking the chat out, but yeah, at some point I think the mods are gonna have to go as far as XVM, but the stat side of it. I don't want to push out here just because I know there's a tank back in B9, but I'm just going to take a little bit longer and go this way. Hello, Anthony. Nice to see you. Hopefully your grind's going well for you. Shit, he took my attention away, that leopard. Don't need a premium round here for the comment, but I didn't load it for those heavies down there. I'll bite. I'll go into the center here. Ooh, Lord. He's got a little bit of penetration on him. Oh, God, and his E-25's coming to exact revenge on me. I like this little tank, but it was definitely a little bit better when it was a medium. Yeah, shit, he can barely dirt me, I think. Yeah, I know what you mean, tanker. It can be hard playing a lot of tanks that, not really getting into a rhythm. Hey, you haven't played in a few days, Anthony? Well, hopefully sometime this weekend we can get to platoon a bit. That sucks if your console doesn't have enough storage for a game. Like, I have a PS4, I only really play single player games on it, but I do have World of Tanks installed. I don't really like the controls compared to PC. I remember back when I started looking at the whole win rate things, and my stats were they were pretty scary because when I first started playing, I mainly just played whatchamajig, the M4 Sherman. Like I was pretty good in it, but like your first 1,000 battles, just the way World of Tanks is, because you're starting off with 50% crews. It's just really hard to be competitive because you're at a crew disadvantage, which we both got annihilated. Yeah, I'm really surprised this OI is still alive up there. Maybe I should have went north. You know, to give my dog a little pet there. He was looking at me like, dude, give me frickin' attention here. Alright, so I think after that was an American tank. So why don't I hop into the T110E3? Scud. I'll answer your... Yeah. As far as playstyle, T30, if you're going from the 120 to the 155, you still want to play it, I would say you want to play it at mid-range. The 120, I would say be a little bit further back, only because you don't want people pushing on you with the lower alpha. And, you're going to be taking a few more... You're going to be out there longer shooting with the 120 with the shorter reload. Whereas the 155, you just kind of smack someone for 750 damage, back off. But with the bigger gun, you can play a little bit closer and, for lack of better words, use the gun as your armor a little bit, because people will, be a little bit afraid of taking that much damage for each shot. So I would say just change the playstyle a little bit, going from the 120 to 155. Just 120, play a little bit more conservatively, a little bit further back. 155, you can take a little bit more risks with it. Yeah, I remember the days I was saying a couple streams ago where, like, every match you went into, people got called Wild Warriors, and it was totally different back then. I know what you're talking about. The Tiger P, I'm not sure if I have that yet. I remember selling it. I don't think I've ever bought it back yet. But if I have it, I'll definitely hop into it for you. Alright, we got nobody coming to town. That's a little bit terrifying. Everybody's in the center. Oh god. Yeah, I can play the FCM 50T, Anthony. Oh lord. Yeah. We need to dive in there and help them, or else we're gonna be royally screwed. Yeah. Our team is just... The enemy team set up weird, our team set up weird. This is gonna be extremely dicey. Love to take him out, but... Come on, somebody! There's 2 shots. 3 shots I didn't want to take. The first shot was my bad, but... Trying not to leave a weak spot open here, but... Now I'm getting flanked by an E5 behind me. Oh my god, this match is just yep, I'm dead. Yep. Here's the hoping they can win. They are ahead, but that was a little bit annoying. I was sitting there hitting the help button. And there was at least one to 2 guys back there who could have helped, but I still think they're gonna win, but nonetheless, it's a little bit annoying. I like hitting that help button a lot now, and yeah, it doesn't always work. I always just do my best. If I see someone asking for help and it's within reason, I try to push over to them and help them out a little bit. But yeah, E3 is, I like it very much. It's my favorite tank to play. I almost feel like the lower Glacis, like I haven't looked at its armor closely in a while, but the lower Glacis I feel like is a little bit weaker than the E5s now in a couple little spots where people aim for the weak spots down there. So people can pen you a little bit easier, I find, than the E5 frontally. At times, E3's armor definitely isn't bad though. Alright, so I'm probably going to go up to the typical medium spot up here. They only have one high tier medium. They do have a couple T10s and the E5 that can push up there, but we'll see how this goes. I just don't want our other 2 tier 10 mediums to go up there and then just kind of sit there and do nothing. I'll at least, dive out there and try to push if they're stalling. Much rather let the mediums with armor go out first, though. Alright, so after this tank here, request-wise was the IS-7. And then I think after that was... I was going to see if I have the Tiger P. I'm not sure if I have that, though. And then the FCM 50T. Maybe I'll try to hop into the T30 as well, since you asked about that Scud. I don't know what the hell that guy, oh, yeah, I don't mind already being there. I thought he was talking to me. Like, what the hell am I doing? Like, don't know, what you're complaining about. This guy's a goner. Just gonna hold my last 2 shots for, never mind. Just holding them for a second to see if someone was gonna push out here. We're going to need to push north because south is not going to hold out too long. I have a feeling that platoon's going to be down there. Come on, guys. Shit, there's a Grilly 15. It's like, I know I got semi-okay shots over here at times, but yeah, I pushed down a little bit far. Shit. I want this dude to pop out so bad. Sorry, little AMX 13. I was gonna come out with you, but the rest of these guys kind of stopped behind. And I'll give a crack at the E4 here. Alright. Smoking is not good. I can agree with that. Yeah, you didn't miss too much though, being this map. I want to ram him so bad. That's the only thing I don't like about the batch hat is the reload, but we have a bit of a leg up here now, so I'll dive in a bit. Let's go to... Whoa! I almost did my once a stream flip. And I took my eye off the prize there. Just want to get a little bit closer. Come on. It's a freaking little building. I know what building he's sitting behind, and it is not completely destructible. And somebody else got the kill. Oh well. I just knew that it's on stilts, it's got those little steps, and shooting through it sometimes can be a pain in the ass. Whoa, why'd you gotta damage my turret, dude? That was totally not cool. Yeah, I know, I almost flipped it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about from the other side. Hey, I almost do flips every single stream. I'll admit I get a little bit distracted with my shooting and driving sometimes. Don't aim at me, but you're dead. I might just... Yeah, I might focus just on capping here, honestly. They still got a lot of high-tier tanks to contend with. So we're better off just capping this out, honestly, instead of trying to push completely into him. Trying not to crush my dog here. Not that he's small, but he loves to just get right underneath the chair. Yeah, you would think you would learn, but this map and Sam River, just two maps that I tend to get a little bit distracted on and fall off a cliff or something. Right, thank you, team, for capping. Typically, you know, your team like starts yelling at you like, "Why are you capping? Must kill!" Like, yeah. All right. Not the best match in the world, but decent nonetheless. 3,400. I only mean that because Batch Hat, I need to freaking ace tanker this. It's been, I don't know, essentially since they've come out that I haven't been able to do it. But the rest of my most played tanks, I haven't purchased the M103 since they came out, the mastery badges. But Batch Hat's the only one I haven't been able to ace. I've gotten tons of damage, I just haven't gotten the assist damage along with it. Alright, so after this was the IS-7 for request. Whoop, wrong way. IS-7 is the other way. Alright, so after the IS-7, request-wise, yeah, I don't have the Tiger P, so the FCM 50T was after that. And then I was going to play the T30. Nice, with the Sal 40, that's actually pretty damn good for that tank. I've actually kind of added it to my list to start buying back bad tier 4 tanks. The AMX, you know, 40's on my list, but that tank is also on my list. Yeah, the Batch Hat, it's always been really hard to ace. Like, I forget what exactly it was at recently, but essentially you have to do like 5-6k damage or something, and also assist with like 3,000 or whatever. But it's just it's freaking not impossible, of course, but it's a damn hard tank. Yeah, with the howitzer gun, it is a really good tank. You know, tier 4. It's just the platform it's on is a little bit, you know, it leaves you wanting something. Yeah, Graham, it's a little bit better. A little bit better today with the chat. Yesterday there were those couple people trying to troll the stream. I mentioned that just for you, Anthony, the AMX 40, since I knew that you're grinding or have just grinded through it. Oh, that tank has that, and the PZNA 38 have ruined many of Tanker's initial grinds. Ooh, he turned it. He turned towards me. I need to run. I shouldn't have stayed out there as long as I did, but. Yeah. T28 with the premium T28 with the F30 is also pretty good at racking up damage in a couple hits. Yeah, essentially autoloaders at higher tiers, it's, you know, it's pretty hard to rack up an ace tanker with them. You know, just the amount of damage you can do on a lucky match is a lot higher. Yeah, the French heavies have gotten better recently. I remember when they first came out, it was like, everyone just, you know, skip past the lower tiers. But yeah, the French heavies I haven't gotten to yet, but I'm gonna get to them someday. I guess way too many tanks to buy. I really need to go on the other side here, but yeah, I need to load up some confidence there. It's like we need to get going here. I should have pushed on this side a little bit sooner. Him out. Next up, I'll focus on the T10, I think, and the E. Never mind. These guys are giving us some decent shots here. Much rather, you know, take the easy shot here, especially if they're not capping. Is he gonna push out? Since we're starting to lose a few too many tanks here for my liking. Let's try to, yeah. Let's say try to not let him hit my lower glacis, but that was gonna be, it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. Alright, so our other side's not falling as quickly as I thought it would. We're definitely not out of the woods yet, but it just means I don't have to. Shit, why'd you do that, Grilly 15? I have no idea why he did that. No. No. Try to get back, but I knew I could bait the. He told me to uninstall. At least I think that's what he was trying to say. I don't know why. He was the one who just drove right into those tanks with no HP and a Gurley 15. Like, what do they want me to do? Freaking destroy all these tanks with a click of a button? Anyway. After the i7, I think what was up next, off the top of my head, was the FCM 50T. Since I don't have the Tiger P right now. Let me know if I missed one there, though. Yeah, the 5100, that's a pretty good. Like, the French Heavy's starting, what is it? Like, the tier 6 and 7 aren't bad now, too, once you get them upgraded. But, yeah, the long reload time on the French tanks definitely is a bit of a learning curve, like you said. Yeah, 10k damage, I would think that you'd use all your rounds in that match, Graham. SU-122S. Don't think I have that tank, Wolfie Wolf. I don't think... Or wait, yeah, I do. I've got that. You mean the Tier 7 TD. I thought you meant it already there for a second. But yeah, the Growy 15, he was missing a little bit there from... He was kind of like playing that match like I was playing the Scorpion G, where I didn't complain to my team about anything. I chose to play that way. I took the, the consequences from playing that way. He decided to tell me to uninstall. Very mature. I'm gonna hope my team ends up pushing in here. It's like I would be, a little bit better off in the field, but we have a decent amount of people over there. I'm at least gonna try to set up in the town. There's no arty, so I can play this a little bit differently than you typically would here. Oopsie daisy. Almost made a mistake there. It's like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, push into the frickin' town, guys. Like, somebody, anybody. Come on. Like, what are you guys doing down here? Like, I pushed here thinking that you guys were gonna come over and help. But, like, I'm not too certain I'm gonna get any help now. Like, oh my god. Well, this Centurion's gonna, push into me here. I'm gonna get ammo racked. Got heavies behind me. Now I'm kind of screwed. Like, I pushed out here, knowing that I don't have much armor, but I thought I'd at least get a little bit support from my team. Not so lucky so far on that front. I think I'm gonna have to worry more about this side. Come on, somebody, anybody. Come on, let's push up here. Rest of our team's doing well. Let's not lose it by letting them push. Alright, now I have no eyes behind me. I just don't get it sometimes. This T-32 is probably gonna whack me here. Yep. I'm gonna get pushed into... Okay. I didn't really have a great shot there. Yeah, that's what happens when you guys they left this side open, they left that side open, they're having an identity crisis there. Here's the hoping that we can win that, but I'm not too certain. Yeah. Not too certain there. Of course, we lost the IS-7 match. So after this, I was going to play the T-30. Yeah, 1700 damage, not too great with the IS-7. T-10 did a damn good job. I blocked a little bit, but yeah, all in all, not exactly the best match in the world there. Alright, so T-30. Yeah, after the FCM, as far as requests go, it was... Yeah, ISU 122S. T150, do I have that? I don't think I have that, Daphne, come to think of it. Like, I have the KV2 at that tier. I have the KV1. Yeah, I don't think it's like I have the M6 at tier 6. I'll have to take a peek, though. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure if I have that, though. Alright. T30, no Arty. I'm extremely tempted to go to the valley, and I know a lot of people, would, you know, cast me aside and get pissed off about that. Okay, never mind. They're all going to the valley, so I'll head to the town. Let's say I'm not opposed to pushing into the valley. It can work. You just have to do it smart in the right tank and do it fast, but not too fast. You just need to assess the enemy that's there and push and not stop. But, if you can't just dive over the center and suicide into it either. But, yeah. I've had many matches where you win by pushing the valley, but you definitely have to actually do it. And the Foch sitting there, that's not how you do it. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna snipe in this, which doesn't exactly work too well. Considering we have decent spots on the center, I'll try to bump out just a pinch here. We can keep getting spots, I'll be able to help them, but maybe I should have went to the valley, because obviously they are afraid to push out. I'm not really getting any good shot lines here. Oh god, my reflexes. Yeah, in encounter mode, yeah, valley doesn't work there, but I have no idea, like, maybe they are pretty evenly matched over there, but our Foch was over there, now he's not. AMX-30's running away from over there. They should be able to win it. It's just, I guess, how much do they want to win it? I guess I'm going to try to take a little bit of a gamble here and move into town. It's just to reload a little bit long on this to be out here alone. I'm gonna have to keep my buddy alive the best I can. Shit, there's an E50 behind me now. Oh my god, now there's a T10. I wasn't expecting the trifecta. Help. All three of those. I didn't think they would, all three catch me. That was my fault for just haphazardly pushing through there. I'll catch up in chat in a second, guys. Just our valley disintegrated. Right, this O is pushing. Crap, he stopped. Oh god, there's a T-34 over here now. Where are they getting all these tanks? Yep, I didn't want to pull back because of that, but I had to try something. It's just, I have no words, like... This is one of those matches where you lose every single flank, and it sucks. Alright, so let me hop into the ISU just to get things going here. We did win the FCM match, fortunately. Yeah, I can play the KV2 Daphne. Yeah, not exactly the most damage here. Or assist, but hey, at least I grabbed the center road for my team. I'll give myself credit for that. Alright, it's at ISU here. Yeah, I like this tank very much so. I'm still thankful for the person who gifted it to me. Thank you very much. It is a very good tank. I need to work on Russian TDs for it to be a crew trainer now. My fault's exactly, Daphne. It's matches like that where it's just, you feel like defeated around every single turn. Graham, as far as the server rectical, like, I know it's it's just weird. Like I haven't really. I used to use it when, you could have both on, and I know there's a mod to do that, but I don't really use mods. Um, it's just I've played with it off for so long. I've tried it before, and it just messes with my eyes a little bit, as far as you know, it not going exactly where you are and being slightly behind. It just weirds me out a little bit, if that makes any sense. Like it does mess me up sometimes. Like I always wait, like a fraction of a second, since my ping is typically pretty good before shooting. If I'm like spinning around like crazy, but for all like definitely use it for most people, especially if you're just starting out. That way you're used to it. But for me personally, I've tried it a couple times, and semi recently, and it's just weird to me. It's like that's probably one of the mods where I've thought about actually getting so I can have both on at the same time. Because I used to use that before they, made you choose one or the other. So after this, I'll play the KV2. Don't think I missed any other requests, but if there's any other requests, I'll gladly hop into them. Still have about a little bit over an hour. Why is my team not pushing? They kind of stopped here. Why? Come on. Anybody? Okay, I'll go towards the edge of the map then. I do not trust you guys now. It's just weird. It's just a lot of teams recently today where people are just pushing the spots and then they stop about halfway, and it really screws things up. Like, don't get it. Don't do it, Tiger. Alright, he's doing it. And he's not even pushing in to where he's already safe either. Come on, help. Shit, our IS-2 got plastered there. And I just got whacked by Artie. Fantastic. You would think they'd have something better to shoot, but I guess not. Hey, Chivri in the back, you want to help? I'm about to die here. I don't even know if I can make it around in time. Nope. Eh. I guess I did have a little bit more time there. Yeah, this is not going to end well. Yeah, again, no words. Tiger won, he's stuck engaging, but there's an Oni and a Chivri. Yeah, just sitting there. Fantastic. Hello, Orlando. Nice to see you. It's been quite some time since I've seen you in chat. Hopefully everything is going well with you. That's one of the things that kind of annoys me a bit when people don't exactly push up and help out. So sorry that match kind of sucked there. Yeah, I definitely should have went to the other flank there. Definitely suits that tank a little bit better in going into a bunch of buildings where you can be flanked easily. But just trying to help my team out again. Yeah, ISU 122 is not good in that situation whatsoever. I knew I was in trouble when those 2 or 3 tanks stopped when we were pushing. Initially, yeah. That's good that you're doing well. Glad to see that you're back. I'm not too sure, Daphne. It's days like today where, like, I'll gladly take requests. Like I said, I don't mind playing any tank that I own. Usually today's like the day when the teams are a little bit bad. I just say screw it. I'm staying at tier 10. At least there you're always top tier. You can do something before you die. Exactly, tanker. It takes a lot to get me to, you know, like rage and chat and whatnot, but that stuff at least, you know, annoys me a bit. Hey, at least I tracked him. Come on, shoot him. Nope, he repaired. Yeah, I can play the Firefly up next, Scud. It is kind of like a big cross for Artie, though. Yeah, it doesn't really do its intended purposes or purpose in World of Tanks, though, Graham. I do not have the 1S, Anthony. Closest thing I would have to that would be a KV1. Don't know why I guess traded a shot with him, but I did nonetheless. Yeah, that would be my closest tank to the 1S. I want to shoot, but I don't want to die. He's about to get shot. Already might aim at him instead of me. And I missed. Sorry, A44, you got a little bit impatient there. You paid the price. I could not help you there in the least bit. Come on, team. T28. Something. The T28 flipped over. Nothing we can do there. Kind of pulled back a little bit, so I'll gladly aim in for this T20. See if he makes a mistake and pushes out here. Gotta love the spotting in World of Tanks at times. I can definitely see him, and our whole side just got eaten up there in about 10 seconds. Oh, that shot. It was going where I was aiming, but unfortunately, I did not want it to hit exactly there. Yeah. It's amazing being, you know, silent to people, how it can... Yeah, it weirds people out in a way. But a lot of people don't think before they speak. I'm kind of in that boat sometimes, but you know, if I'm like working and stuff and not streaming, I'm typically a pretty quiet person. My gun is not working this match. You know, this is one of those rigged matches, you know? Totally Wargaming's fault here. No, I'm just kidding there. I'll get the 1S back for you at some point, Anthony. It's just Russian tanks, they haven't been on sale recently, so it's been British, French, American. Been stocking back up on them. Just me and the T29 here. Yeah. I think my next shot's gonna be here. I think. Oop. Hey, look, it finally hit. This big bag Panther's coming my way. Hopefully I can survive long enough. No. Wanted him to ram me before he shot me. Oh well. Not too much I could have done differently here. If I went over to the other flank, probably would have died out in the middle of the field. Couldn't really push where I was at here either, but hey, we won the highway match. Fantastic. It's nice to see. Yeah, not exactly the best match in the world here. But after this, the request was the Firefly. So I'll hop into that one. Yeah, that KV2 gunner that match wasn't exactly working out, Daphne. Sometimes though, you can sit back, on the other at the maximum, render range and just snipe people at the KV2 like it's no tomorrow. Like every single shot just flies straight. That match, not so much. Wouldn't have changed anything though. I would have gotten a little bit more damage, but we still would have lost that even if I actually hit every single shot that I shot. Kind of glad they're taking out the public chat between teams, because I hate when people, when they're streaming, they're like, "Hey everyone, look, I'm streaming," and they're on your team and they say it to you and the enemy team. Enemy team just tunes in, and if they don't have their stream delayed enough, they get a free look at your mini map. Yeah, typically people who, troll, I just kind of have a laugh and ignore them for the most part. But, yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I don't have 50 years of insults, or 50 plus, excuse me, Graham, stored up, but I could be pretty insulting as well. But, yeah, I'm not exactly... I still forgot to put frickin' camouflage on this damn thing. God damn it. I could be pretty, mean when I'm actually, when someone deserves it, I should say. I don't want to head up here because, not really great gun depression. Just going to set up here in the center. Notice this is kind of a underappreciated spot now, especially from the side. You can get good shots, going into the south, and it's, it's still used decent amount of time, but I've noticed compared to, a couple years ago, it's used a lot less than it was. Now I just need my team to spot. And of course they got a little bit too far, but I can get, or maybe not now. Alright, so I'm not just gonna I wanted to say Hufflepuff, but that would have made no sense. So it popped in my head. I was about to say, I'm just gonna I'm not gonna Hufflepuff around here. I have no idea where that came from. I could have helped my team out there, but I'll go help out this KV1 with this Comet. Yeah, enemy set up pretty well there to kind of defeat that spot. Don't know if he can see me yet, but he definitely knows I'm back here. Okay, M5 Stewart. I know you can't help me too well, but I really need your help. There's an SG-100Y now. Alright, I need to start pushing this way before I get shot by those other tanks. GPZ. Ooh, Lord. Run away from the big gun first. Shit, I guess missed that shot. That's not good. Just trying to run away from the SU-100Y. Luckily, it's kind of working. I wanted to track him. This isn't gonna... Yeah, that's not gonna end well. Hello, Important Gaming. Nice to see you. If you would like to, Anthony, I would say, camouflage isn't a requirement for tanks, but it does add 3% to your camouflage rating. It's a little bit useful. I put it on all my tanks, but I would say it depends on how much money you want to spend. Like for premium tanks, if you're keeping them, well, you're definitely keeping premium tanks, I would say it's well worth it. For tanks you're grinding through, don't worry about it. You'll have to troll some You'll have to troll someone that deserves it someday for me, Graham. Alright, so after the Firefly... Well, I wouldn't say the SU-100Y is a better gun than the IS-7. I don't know about that, but it definitely has a damn good gun for its tier. Alright, so I don't have the 1S that you requested, Anthony, but I'll play the closest thing I have to it in the KV1. If there's any other requests, though, I'll gladly take them. Still have about, 50 minutes to go here. All right. Haven't seen this map in quite some time. a little bit worried about those 3 derp tanks, though. Might actually head out on this side. Well, yeah, it's definitely worth it. The 3%, like, it's not huge, but it does have a little bit, of a factor on matches. Like, say 3%, just off the top of my head, I would guess it, it might help you like 10 meters here or there, depending on a tank, basically reducing how far someone can see you. But that's just off the top of my head. If you have camo crews on your crews, it definitely helps and stacks with that. But I would, knowing that you're new, just put it on your premium tanks if it's not an issue as far as the gold price. And then, once you start getting tier 8, 9, 10, then if you're going to keep tanks like that, or if you keep some that you've already went past and grind it through, you can put it on there afterwards. But like, I put it on pretty much everything I have, since gold's not really an issue at all for me. And I'm keeping, pretty much every single tank now. Here we go. I didn't want to miss the first shot, but a little bit off there. Hello, Ryan. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Hopefully you're doing good as well. A little bit concerned about that guy getting on my left here. Gotta worry about this Lee. A lot of people do not utilize shooting under the train tracks on this map. It's a huge that sounds good to me, Graham. Yeah, I can't stand that guy. Like, I have, all things considering, I didn't mind, chat with him here in the stream yesterday, him and his buddy, but taking it a little bit further on the forums, just randomly trolling the thread I made, to kind of point out to people that I'm streaming, that was taking it a little bit too far. Especially because I was being more polite to him than I actually needed to be. Hello, Doug. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you around in... wait, maybe yeah, I did see you yesterday. Sorry about that. Nice to see you, though. See, my memory's going. I'm almost 26 here. Yeah, definitely when it's on sale, that helps out a ton. It's pretty damn cheap once it goes on sale. There hasn't been one in a while, so I would venture to say we're due for one here, one of these upcoming holidays. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, there's always gigantic frickin' sales in World of Tanks. That's one of it. As that gets closer, you're damn sure you wait to buy things when it gets around Christmas time. Yeah, I'm not exactly aimed in, but don't think I'm really going to get too many other shots by pushing here. I might just want to hang back. There's a little shot. Here we go. Hello, PJY Gamer. Not exactly sure if people want to sub to you here, but thanks for stopping into the stream nonetheless. But you're probably not going to be sticking around here very long if you keep begging people to do things. I'm just going to make that, little thing, disappear there. Yeah, pretty much most trains, you know, you can shoot under to an extent. Some you can't, depending on how low they are. It's not any use. You're just going to hit the bottom of the tracks on vehicles, but, you know, some maps and positions you can shoot right through. Oh well. I'll take that pretty. I'll be streaming, you know, until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so about, give or take, 46 minutes here. Hey, did I finally research all that? It showed up the KV1S down there. Maybe I can buy it now. Do I wanna? I'll wait a little bit. As far as requests, though, I don't think there's any other requests here after... Yeah, I don't think there's any other, you know, requests after this. So why don't I hop... I'm just going to hop into a tier 10 right now, but if anyone would like anything specifically, or I'm going to hop into WZ11114. I'm grinding it. That's quite a bit of gold you have there. I wish I had that much. Or a media account. Come on, Wargaming. I used to have one, but I know I've been slacking a bit on WatGuru.com, so I'm not exactly upset that I don't have one right now. I have played the Scorpion G. It was not a good match though. I'll gladly hop into it. I know the KV1S got, you know, nerfed a little bit ago. It needed it, though, honestly. But I try my best to buy tanks that people request. Yeah, I can play the Tiger 2 for you, Ryan. Gary, as far as that goes, like, nowadays, like, I pretty much just start out with fresh crews now, at this point. Unless, because I don't really, like, it's hard to explain. Like, a lot of times I guess, you know, put 100% crew in it with the gold training, no crew skills or anything. If I'm grinding a line though, say right now I'm grinding this line, I will move that crew up, you know, with my tanks. That way my best crew is always bumping up. I start that about, I would say, tier 7, tier 8, because before that, it's really not worth it, in my opinion, because you're moving up, you know, and not a lot of battles. But I would say I wouldn't worry about moving a specific crew up until, you know, if you're grinding in a complete line through and through, until you get it to about tier 5, tier 6. I don't have the IS-8, it's actually called the T10 on PC, though, Wolfie Wolf. Ah, cool. My Clan War stuff. I plan on... it's like, I was supposed to get a little bit more time off from work here in September. Didn't exactly work out this year for me, though. I am looking to get back into the website here soon. I'm going to be starting back on the map strategies first, so... you know, the standard battle ones and potentially the Clan War ones will be, you know, first on the list for new articles that I'm doing. Yes, they did. It's like, I really wish that they would switch it to the World of Warships model, where it's just crew skills that you have to worry about with your captains. But they were talking about it, and then it never came to pass. Frickin' T-57s, man. Trying to get down here, and not quick enough. I really wanted to catch, but yep, I'm dead. I was trying to push, but yep, had no real help in hitting them. That was kind of my bad. I should have just hung back, sat behind a building. Would have been better off there. Little mistakes like that. So after this, Scorpion GL is going to hop into. Yeah, gotta find it first. There we go. Don't know if that's anyone from the stream, but if it is, it's been sitting there for a while. Let me know. I just don't recognize the name off the top of my head. So I'm going to play this, Tiger 2. I don't have the IS-8, but the IS-7 would be the closest tank I have to that. That's just the name they gave it to Wolfie Wolf. Yes, I do, Graham. It's also getting a new gun that just throws HE out of it. Has a standard HE shell and a premium HE shell. Rita has more stats on that on her blog. Well, me and my brother make the schedule together, but yeah, unfortunately, being basically the head cook, chef, sous chef, whatever you want to call me, in the morning, I can't take off weekends until we close in December. But yeah, it's not bad. I still, hey, all things considering, I get 2 days off a week. I'm happy for that. I used to work 6 days a week all year, about 65 hours a week. Now I'm down to about 60, high 50s, so it's all good. I get 3 months off a year, so I have to work a little bit harder during the season. Yeah, the T10 is technically the real name, like Doug said down there. I don't think IS-8 was completely historical to what the tank we had in game. I don't think it was completely wrong either, but I don't think it was the correct name. Oh, just stay right there. Yeah. I always try to snipe in this thing at things moving at long distances, but its AP shell does not move very... What the hell? Why did you stop right in the frickin' center? I'm hating myself here. I'll take a crack at that, and I'll miss. So I'm gonna go elsewhere. No, not New England. I live in South New Jersey. So our season pretty much ends here in October. I go down to weekends. My family owns a restaurant. Worked there basically my whole life. Shit. Scorpion got a nice little lick on me there. Oh, I forgot. Oh my god, brain fart. I forgot that building was destructible. It's one of the few in the town that is, and lo and behold, I ran into it. Yay. Fantastic. Alright, at least we won mines, but... Oh, I've made 2 mistakes these past 2 matches, and they've come back to bite me. Well, New Jersey, not New England. A little bit of a difference there, but not too far away from each other. Alright, so after this, Tiger 2. Yeah, I need to start focus. I need to focus on this screen a little bit more. But yeah, everything, where I live is pretty much seasonal. Like, come October, like, say at the restaurant, we go from doing in the summer like 200 people a morning for breakfast, about 50 to 100 for lunch, 200 for dinner, plus parties, to October open weekends, and you're doing like anywhere from like 50 to 80 people in the morning, and lunch is really hit or miss. Dinner is still decent though. That's a little bit far away from me, Monmouth. I'm never gonna say that right, but yeah, I live in Cape May County. I'm sorry, Anthony. Hey, just come think. It's gonna be 2 more weeks, and I go down to weekends at work. My schedule frees up. Granted, I'm still going to be, working. That's when I'm going to be picking up my website a lot. My live streaming schedule. It's going to expand a little bit, I hope. And yeah, things are going to start changing, some point mid-October. I'm going to try to squeak by here. I might regret this, though. It's just if they have a light tank any further and no tank, those tanks, I am screwed. Alright, there we go. See you, Wolfie Wolf. Hope you have a pretty good dinner waiting for you. That's what I'm going to be doing after this. Yeah, it depends where you go on the Jersey Shore, though. Like, it's weird for me to say that because, people living here don't call it the shore. But, yeah, like, once you get below Atlantic City, where I live, yeah, LBI, yeah, it's right about, a little bit above AC. It just completely changes. Like, hardly anybody lives down here outside of, the summer months. And it's just completely different than what people think of New Jersey. LBI is it's pretty similar to places where I live down here, though. But like they turned off all the traffic lights in Cape May come, like they just blink, mid-October, except for weekends. It's just middle of the winter. You can just run around town and not see a soul. Come on, guys. They are in the north and they are in the center. We need to push. Summer, though, it's a shit show. Like, streets are not, when they're building the town, way back when, the streets were not exactly designed for the amount of people. But yeah, like I live a little bit off the island, so where I live, it's a little bit more. What are you all running away? Come on. Like, why are you guys all frickin'? You can't pen a T-34? It's got shitty hull armor. Like, they're all running away. Somebody? Anybody? No? Nobody's gonna come and help me? Like, you guys gotta be freaking kidding me. Like, this is like the worst I've ever seen a team ditch me in I don't even know how long. Like, we could have killed all three of these tanks really easily. But nope, they all ran away. This is how you get me pissed off. Like, I hate everybody except for Forbidden Ninja, even though he spelled that wrong. I hate every other person on that flank. Oh my god. You're moving. You're moving, Doug. Are you moving by me? I'm excited. I don't see him here today, Rich, but it'll be nice when he's vacationing here soon. Hopefully I get a chance to cook for him. But, oh my god, I have literally no words. Alright, I don't have, like T10. Why don't I play the IS-3 instead of, because I don't have the IS-8. Yeah, my girlfriend's parents moved to Florida. I vacationed to Florida for years too. It's a little bit the season. Everyone up here in the winter, goes down goes down there. Like my neighborhood I live in, like half the the older couples and stuff, they all go to Florida. But I would never be able to live in Florida. I like seasons. Why would you say that, Doug? That's not a very good statistic. Granted, where I live, there's starting to be a problem with that too. It's a little bit of a shame, especially because it's like my girlfriend works in the high school I graduated from, and it's starting to be a little bit iffy there. I really hope I get a little bit of help here. Oh, but I have no idea why that last. My head hurts from that people freaking running away from me. Okay, Doug, I was a little bit concerned you were about to mention something else that guy did. I have no idea why that person hates me. I was as nice as I possibly could be to that person yesterday. But that's, I would say, in my like 14,000 or whatever battles in World of Tanks, that was the worst case of people running away. Like, they were right next to me that I've ever seen. We could have easily won that flank, and they all freaking ran away. Not just one of them. They all did. Like, the T-34 kind of stuck with me, but yeah, he still kind of hung back a little bit too far. Okay, Artie is probably aiming at me. He doesn't have gun depression, guys. Don't worry about it. If you stay close enough, you're fine. Now it's everybody else. We need a little bit of Artie help here. Thank you very much, Artie. Trying to bait somebody in to get shot here. I don't have gun depression. He doesn't have gun depression. Oh god, this is gonna. Here we go. Now with him moving, I have to worry about Artie here. But I should be able to get a shot on this WZ. Very nice. Now we got two TDs here without turrets. So I'm just gonna shabang. And they're both gone. That worked out almost perfectly. Except for that. I was speaking a little bit too soon there. Yeah, thank you for that, M53. My girlfriend's parents, they live in New Smyrna Beach. And I vacation pretty much in West Palm Beach, Springer Island. When I was younger, my grandmother on my dad's side, she was down there and getting treatment for cancer, and we would visit her pretty much once or twice a year. We stayed in Singer Island, because they live, just a stone's throw away from there. But yeah, after that, we typically just go to New Smyrna Beach now, Orlando. But my family, they're in the Disney kick now, because my niece is, at that age where Disney. Graham was telling me a little bit about the guy. I haven't seen his stream. I was a little bit busy last night, but he seems like he's a bit of a prick. I don't know if I would ever surf in New Smyrna Beach, though. It's the shark bite capital of the world. I don't know if I want to be bitten by a shark. I was there, though, on the beach just a couple years ago. And it was definitely a little bit iffy, seeing all the people fishing there off of the inlets and the surfers like a little bit away from them. Whereas here in New Jersey, like, if someone's fishing, people are nice enough not to surf near them, and vice versa. Nothing like chumming the water next to someone swimming in the water. I don't think I'm gonna get any shots here. But hey, pretty easy win for us here. I'm probably gonna get. Okay. Probably gonna get blasted here. Artie's gonna be back here underneath the bridge. Maybe not. Maybe he's back here. I will shoot this guy though to give him a little bit larger of a repair bill. Come on. I don't get credit for the damage here. You only get it within the first like 30 seconds or so, I think, if someone's drowning. Something like that. Might be 10 seconds, but if you shoot them after they drown themselves, it actually increases their repair bill a bit. Oh, I agree. I do not like Disney as well. I think it's a ripoff for the price of things. Hey, I've been bumped by plenty of things surfing too in New Jersey, because here in Cape May, being at the mouth of the Delaware River, water is pretty much cloudy as, I don't know, it just looks like shit, but decent match here. We made pretty short work of that other flank. Hey, we won Mountain Pass somehow. That surprised the hell out of me. I'm actually going to hop back into the Tiger 2 because that match kind of sucked. I don't think there was any other requests. If there are, feel free to mention them. Again, refresh my memory a little bit, but I'm going to hop back in Tiger 2 here. But yeah, I haven't really been bumped by much in New Jersey. Like a little bit here or there, but yeah, I don't know. I still don't like going to places where, but in New Jersey, our jetties are like, I don't know, like 50 to 100 feet long in Cape May. It's not like, I don't know, it is not that far out where you have to surf. But nothing wrong with Florida. I guess particularly I love the winter. I love the fall, spring, summer. I don't exactly like because I'm busy as all hell, but and it's hot and humid here, but I really like places where the seasons change. But I'm gonna head this way. I usually don't go this way, but maybe not. I'm not going that way. I was about to say I'll go that way if there's a need for it, but I think there's enough. Yes. Around, they always make like a big deal about the ones that they have tracked, like swimming around the Jersey Shore, Great Whites, but in Delaware Bay, but you don't really see them too much. Essentially, our beaches where you swim, it's not that deep of water where people are. Like, I know that sharks can attack you in shallow water, but I highly doubt a great white shark would come that close into, you know, a bunch of breaking waves. So you only see dolphins and little sand sharks up here. Damage my track, but I'll take that. Should have a little bit of a shot here. Never mind, he ran away. I agree. I enjoy no yard work. That's what I was doing earlier. I platooned a couple matches with Fire Dog earlier, but I had to run. It's about time that all the leaves drop off here, so I'm finally putting gutter guards and stuff in my gutters because I have to clean them this past week. About every 2 days I have to clean them. Yeah, it's not very fun. I knew I was gonna regret that. Come on, guys, kill the Artie. Let's hope our shit. I knew I should have pulled back quicker. This thing doesn't really move great in reverse. Glad I could help you guys. I like going to this spot at times if you're not in a tank that's good in the 1 to 2 lines. Just because it gives you a little bit of options. Like, you can do a little bit of help on that that flank. He can help a little bit on the left flank, the center. Ooh, I'm lucky I caught him. He's probably gonna get a hit on me here. Thank you. Okay, RD can't hit me here, or can they? I know I can be shot from over there, so I gotta be a little bit careful. Yeah, this year has been pretty... it's been brutal, like, I'm sure for most people. Like, I only could imagine in Florida. Like, her parents, my girlfriends, love the heat, because they recently, in the past couple of years, moved down there. Me personally, though, like, I prefer it to be about 70, 60 to 70. It hit above 90 here quite a few times. And like, I live right next to the water, surrounded on 3 sides, so our typical high in the summer is like 80, 84. The average temp, it was more like 90 something this year. I hate it working in the kitchen at some days. That T-30 is troublesome. But that Borsig looks like he's back enough to where he's not going to light me up. Need to keep an eye on him. I'll take a chance on that T-30 not being on this corner. I was trying to use the third-person camera a little bit here to my advantage. It's just sometimes you can use the third-person camera to get a little bit better angle on your shot. Yep, Borsig got me there. That was bound to happen. I was poking around a little bit too much there. Oh well. Anyway, doesn't look like there's any other requests, so I'll just... why don't I hop into the T110E4? Still got 20 minutes left, if anyone would like anything specific. Otherwise, I'll gladly take requests. You know, my next stream will be Friday and Sunday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Didn't really mention it yet, but as far as the stream goes, right now I still have a couple, like this upcoming Friday and Sunday scheduled, and it shows up under upcoming live streams. I'm going to be transitioning, I'm fairly sure, over to, it's kind of a new method. Hello, I'll call you, guess what? What, Sid? Nice to see you. Essentially, this is just a different way to stream here on YouTube Gaming. It's virtually the same as what I've been doing. The only difference is it doesn't really show, like, I can't schedule a month out exactly, but this is just, it's a little bit more tailored towards gaming. Hopefully, you know, it works out. I'm gonna just test it out for at least a week or two. Essentially, it's just one URL. You don't have to worry. And there's a little bit of a delay. That's why you haven't heard me say hello yet. But but essentially, there's only one URL you need this time. It's just I can't post it in the chat, but it's just the YouTubeGaming.com /Cody Menz live. That URL, you'll find all my live streams. You won't have to worry about following a specific event. Just that one specific URL pops up every time. Hopefully it makes it a little bit easier going forward. So I'm just going to give that a shot. I will be able to schedule the next stream out each time. It'll show up when my next stream is. It just won't show, like a month's worth like I did before. But my schedule is still going to remain the same. I'll always update it on that URL and the video, the video title and the description. Just let him kind of rock back into my shot there. Kind of freaked him out. Glad I hit him, or else I would have been in trouble. not so lucky there. That is life of the E4 though. Ooh, that actually does sound pretty good. Dublin. Yeah, the average house price, that would be interesting as well. When was YouTube gaming introduced? Almost a year ago at this point they introduced it, I think. Like, you don't have to watch on YouTube gaming. You can swap back between, you know, regular YouTube and the YouTube gaming look. Really just, you know, gaming, it's just more like Twitch in a way as far as the appearance goes, but you can watch them, you know, the stream on either YouTube or the gaming URL. That guy did not even see me. But you'll be able to use either URL to your personal tastes. You know, just add gaming before YouTube. I'm sure you guys already see the URL, but yeah, it should just be a little bit easier. I won't have to make all these events up either. That saves me a little bit of time, which I'm looking forward to. But like I said, just giving it a go. It's not like I'm switching, you know, to Twitch or anything. No, I hate the E4's accuracy at times. It's just we're getting a little bit low here for capping. Come on. Come on. There we go. Buy us a little bit of time because nobody's trying to reset except for the Centaurian. That's not too bad. 200k average. It's about what I spent on my first house here. You'd have to play on the EU server, I believe. Ah, shit, we are quite a bit behind. Oh, dude, I do not want to ram you to death. Sorry about that. Took my eyes off driving for a second. Cody did look like he fucked them up. He dropped down. Let's say we can't cap. I want to try to get in a spot to be able to shoot some people. You know, before they close in here. It's just find that a little bit difficult right now. Come on, I know you're over here. There he is. And I dinged. Fantastic. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's gonna be a win. Hello, Rich. Nice to see you, as always. And of course, that guy's not lit up anymore. This is gonna go poorly. Very quickly. It's just the E4. It just does not have the armor that the E3 has, so not as confident in pushing in some spots. But as you see, the gun on the E4, it doesn't look too much different than the E3, but the differences it does have are very apparent, specifically the accuracy. Hello, ATI Dud. Nice to see you. I could be quicker or closer to Quickie Baby. That is my dream. Someday I will make it over there and kidnap him. Yep, that's what I thought. I'm spotted, and pretty sure I have 6th sense on this. Maybe I don't, but yeah. And I'm dead. Gotta love it. Alright, E75, yeah, I can play the E75. Fortunately, we won that Tiger 2 match. Yeah, after the E75 match, I should have one more match in the stream if anyone has anything else. Didn't really do too much in the Tiger 2, but I'll take it. Alright, E75. Yeah, I'm getting pretty close to finishing this German mission. I forget how many kills I got left, but I'm getting there. I should be able to get it done by the 10th. Never know, if I have a day where I'm not streaming, I might try to grind out one more nation as well. It's more like that. I always forget that there's little emotions and stuff for the chat here. Oh Lord, why did I click that? It's more like, ah. I clicked a button on my stream. That's where you heard that sound replaying back. Alright, maybe I should stop trying to fiddle with the chat over there. uh. Come on, IS-7. I'm trying to let you by. Oh, I know he's married. I know everything about him. Not really, though. I think I've only watched Quickie Baby for like, I don't know, a grand total of like 15 minutes in my life. But, yeah. Hey, thank you, Conqueror Gun Carrier. That makes my life a lot easier. Yeah, I got a bit of personal reserves now. I actually bought a couple of them, like in these packages. I know they're not the best deals in the world, but I actually use them a lot since I don't have, you know, a crap ton of time to play right now. I find they help, you know, shorten grinds a little bit. It's the credit ones I'm really after. But yeah, they do kind of pile up. It's like sometimes if I'm on for a few matches, I kind of waste the like plus 25% one or stuff like that. Don't shoot T69. That was well worth it though. Took a decent chunk off of him. That CDC should be fine with him. Yep. Just gonna roll ahead here. Take that, T69. Thank you, Artie. If you remembered a few streams ago, that spot is not already safe. Pretty sure it was a Tiger 2 I was in, and I got one shot at it by a frickin' SPG in a tier 10 match, sitting right where that M103 was. Yep, never again. It only takes once for me to learn not to sit somewhere if I get one shot at. I don't have anything against Quickie Baby or other, you know, any other streamer. Like, I watch a bunch of different people just to see what other people are doing, but I guess can't, like, if I'm playing the game or something, I'd rather have music or something else on my other screen rather than, you know, a stream. Like, sometimes I watch streams, like, if I'm just trying to kill time at night, or if I'm, like, doing an article or something. But I tend to watch the people, you know, that only have a few viewers. That's kind of more the person I am. I like to see, you know, someone who's not exactly popular doing things. But, that's just how I am. Sometimes you get really, really interesting folks, though. I will definitely say that. Holy crap. There we go. I definitely didn't really do much this match in E75, but at least we're going to win here. Yeah, D2 definitely isn't safe. It's a little bit safer, though, since not a lot of arties set up into one line, but yeah. I've been hit there a few times before. Oh my god. I can't believe I shot that, and I can't believe he died before I could actually get to him. That was not very nice, T-54. Do I want to chase after something? I'm not sure. I don't know if I can chase after him. No, I'm probably just gonna sit here. But I'll definitely hop into another battle here. This one was a little bit meh. A little bit boring. Yeah, like I said, my next stream will be this upcoming Friday and Sunday, 6 to 8. Ooh, God. He actually is getting somewhere where I could shoot him if I had set up over here, but yeah. German heavies are all about the T9 or tier 9s and 10s. But the E75 is, I would say the E75 and the Mouse are my favorite of the bunch. Not really any damage or really anything out of that. Well, no, I played the Mouse. Talking about it, I haven't played that yet. This will probably be my last match of tonight. But it does play very much like the ST1. Are you talking about the E75? Yeah, German heavy tanks in general got an engine nerfed. Or their engines nerfed as far as being historically accurate. If only the Mouse would move like it should in real life. If it was actually, built and finished. It would be, I think, T95 slower than that levels, I believe. If not just about there. Just imagine that. It would be pretty brutal to play. Because this is a bit, more mobile than the T95. Not by much, but just enough to make it noticeable. I think the Mouse, what was it, like 13 kilometers an hour or something? It was. I just saw someone bring it up the other day, which is why it popped in my head. But yeah, I'm heading to the town. I can't fight. I want to go to this side because this side is always the side that falls high tiers, but I can't make that work in the Mouse. I'll give it a shot. I'll load up an HE shell and take one more shot at these guys. I think about it the same way too, Doug. Sometimes you need to be in a slower tank if you're, I typically hop down if I'm making a ton of mistakes in something slower. Lets you think a little bit longer before, diving around that corner or something. Nope, missed them all. I think I was getting a little bit lucky. Yeah, the Mouse, as far as I know, is the only, reading one of those random Mortal Tanks facts that they put up like a week ago, it's the only tank ever destroyed, or is destroyed through a specific aerial bombing campaign, its production facility. The hull was finished, I believe, but the turrets were not, something like that. Yeah, it didn't have any, the engine or anything else in it. I think they had the hull complete, though. Yep. Oh, Lord. Yeah, it's a little terrifying, all those TDs. I'll take a guess that I'm angled correctly, but come on, poke out a little bit, bud. Nope. Not lucky. What are you doing, Tiger 2? That's not smart. We're gonna gonna have to do something here, and sitting in front of a T110E3 is not exactly on my books. Or on my mind, whatever. I don't know why I said books there. Hello, Dana. Which, thank you. Thank you again, Dana. I'm fairly sure that was you. But hey, don't know where you're at, but nothing wrong with a day of golfing. I don't particularly, you know, I'm not fond of golf too much, but every now and then I get, you know, roped into doing it. It's just a little bit slow for me, but a lot of people I work with actually golf together. Yeah, I'm starting to take a little bit too much damage here. So we have nobody in the center. Hey, anybody? We can't all sit in the same 2 squares. Oh my god. And that guy's just, you know, chucking things through my turret front. It's the life of a mouse, though. Need to get my cover out a little bit more. It's a little bit annoying that your turret front is so weak in this tank. The premium rounds in tier 10 TDs, but it just sucks that everybody and their mom knows it. It's just, yeah, my team is not wanting to get out of, you know, that one little square. We gotta do something before they flank us. Obviously, they don't care too much, though. M48's gonna realize he can get me soon. What did I shoot? I don't know what you're asking about, but yep. Every single shot. Gotta love it. He's throwing APCR at me because he can't get that lucky to hit all of those. Now he can just HE me. If he's smart, that is. That's what I would do. Maybe I should just start HEing him. I'm trying to... Oh, what did you shoot? You were talking about golf there. It just shows you how much I golf. Oh my god. We're somehow still in this, but I don't know how long I'm going to be able to survive. I can't push out of this spot, and my life is in this Tiger 2's hands. Come on, guys. I'm trying not to shoot for you. I'm putting a little bit of faith. Oh, I'm well aware about that M48. Probably gonna die by... Screw it. I'm hoping this HE shell works. Nope. M48 got me. Oh well. Yep, kind of sucks. But I'm going to stick around for the end of this one here. But, by golly, everybody, well, T92 has wrecked them, but they did not want to get out of there. We could have pushed, we could have did something. Yeah, oh well. And by golfing, I know you guys, you know, by seeing you talk about it, you take it a little bit more seriously. I mainly just mean hitting balls at a driving range. That's the extent of golfing I do. My grandfather really liked it. When I was younger, he would, you know, sign us up for golfing lessons, but I was never that good at it. But yeah, this is definitely my last battle, though. Just gonna stick around to the end. Kind of sucks that we lost, but... that's one of the problems with the mouse. It's I couldn't really move anywhere quick enough to help my team out enough, and my team obviously didn't want to, move out of those 2 squares and, but, oh well. So hopefully I'll see some of you guys this upcoming Friday or Sunday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'll be streaming. Otherwise, hopefully you have a good rest of your day here. 2,400 damage. M48 did a nice job, but we had nobody in the frickin' center. So, kind of left it wide open for him. He was probably having a field day. Blocked a bit of damage, assisted with a little bit, but oh well. But anyway, I'll see you guys around. Nice chatting with a lot of you guys and a few new people here. Hopefully I'll see you Friday. If not, Sunday. Next Tuesday and Wednesday should be the same times as well. I'll see you guys around.